Let's go. Musty is ready for more spy monies. More spy monies. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, spy is trying to come back from below 230, 630. Good morning, Virus. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Pyro, good morning. Positive, good morning. Eric, good morning. Musty, good morning. Jay, good morning. My Discord is annoying. Like the notifications. I'll turn it off. Robert, good morning. Tuffer, good morning. Good morning, RC. Pat, good morning. Brian, good morning. SGBX or LPSN, you're trying to decide which of them to pick? Sounds good. I'm sure we'll talk about it. Gucci, good morning. Good morning, Vena. YW, good morning. Dan, good morning. Tony, good morning. Sock Monkey, good morning. Other Dan, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Jay, A, good morning, guys. Jody, good morning. JP, Andy, good morning. Good morning, Mark. Jimbo, good morning. Mr. Edmonton. Vidra, Prasad, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Floyd, good morning. Good job, Floyd. Good job. Avio, good morning. RK, good morning. Rita, good morning. Chester, good morning. Elisa, good morning. Hardy, good morning. Chris, good morning. Russ, good morning. Nathan, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today's been a good morning. In terms of like, little push momentum runs. So have you been in Discord this morning, Mark? I know you're new to the community, but have you been in the in Stonk General? So going into the open, I the names that I'm paying attention to will be IPDN. That thing has done a good job holding that 200 EMA. I just want to see if they can get one more scam dip closer to $2. I don't know if it will, but we'll see. So watching that 200 EMA or closer to the 200 EM to $2 level for this one. Cool. LPSN has been nice, right? Really good looking chart, especially if you're a gold member. Oh, it's the blue shirt. Yeah, yeah. I like blue stuff. Good morning, Shima. A lot and trying to sort things out. Lots of stuff, and started watching the educational videos. Well done, perfect, good. Yeah, let us know if you have any questions. LPSN has been good. These guys had that Google News, Google Cloud News, right? So Um, congratulations if you played with this one because it's been nice and easy. Not even kidding, right? This has been nice. So now you have a potential double top and a supply zone, 155 ish. So we're gonna keep an eye on that level going into the open, and then your next support will be closer to $1.35 on this one. Cool. SGBX is another one that looks really good. All right, these guys had news yesterday, and the stock has been doing well. Right, nice chart. This one also seems like a nice, easy chart to play with. When I say easy, um, most of the time I'm referring to like the dip and the consolidation, and then the curl. You can see it happening, right? It's dipping, it's consolidating, and it's curling, and it's giving you higher lows, right? When I see stuff like that, I think it's pretty easy, right? Because one, you should be expecting a dip, right? And before you get into that position, you're looking for consolidation. Cool. Good morning, Matt. Josh, let's go already, Josh. Oh my goodness. Aren't you catching a flight? You're out? Oh my goodness, Josh. Thank you. Let's go. I'll take a look. Daryl says he scalped $750 from LPSN thanks to Discord. Look at that, right? Yearly membership paid for in one trade. Yeah, this stock was beautiful. Congratulations, Daryl. This was nice. $750 on one stonk, right? Josh is flying to Honolulu. Honolulu. So that's gonna be amazing. Josh, send us pictures, please. Send us pictures. Rumble. And then we'll do some giveaways for Josh. We will do some giveaways for Josh. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Love it. I'm good, RC. How are you? Let's go. Come on, Josh. Connect the airplane Wi-Fi, please. Good morning, Angel. Good morning. Good morning. There goes our SGRX. That thing said, "Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Now you can take off, Josh." Boom skis. Oof. Beautiful. Boom, boom, boom. Right. So some of these charts have been quite predictable this morning in terms of like levels. Right. Look at the level. Look at the levels on this one. Right. Beautiful demand zone. Beautiful double bottom. 33 cents. 32 cents. Boom skis. 45 cents. SGBX. Right. So it's been a really good morning in terms of like predictable levels. Right. Look at this one. AIMD. Right. Predictable bottom at the bottom. You know. Nice test consolidation. Boom skis. So yeah, even SPY is giving you a bit of a double bottom. Whatever that means. IPDN again, like I said, we still like this one. So let's see if we can continue to stay above that bottom there. Cool. Good morning, Derek. Good morning, everybody. Chris. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. And then LPSN is the one that's actually dipping. So let's see how low we dip and then go from there. Alrighty. Type yes in the chat if you're green or ready for the day. If you're green or ready for the day, type yes in the chat. Type yes in the chat if you are green already. Okay. You almost want to see this thing dip all the way to. Okay. Two. 1 second. Two. Of course. Of course. Look at that IPDN, right? So nice little bounce up that 200 EMA there. Cool. So we like that. Uh, okay. Two. Okay, there we go. You guys are cooking those stocks in Discord, like just cooking them. Just cooking them, guys. Cooking them. Everyone is just posting gains in Discords. Good morning, Dan. Ayo. Jericho, good morning. Green Wealthy Wednesday, please. Amy, good morning. Just cooking those stocks. What are you guys doing? Come on. I mean, I know you guys are criminals, but my goodness. My goodness. 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes to go. Can you tell I wasn't ready? I just have to. And then. BTBD. Perfect. Good morning, Jeffrey. What thingy? There's like a little yeah, meh. Yeah, I don't know why it looks like that. What did I change? I don't know if it's the actual screen or just the like the software. Let me yeah, it blends. See if I can reset it though, really quickly. You feel like thrusting today? I didn't really change anything. Hmm. Reset, reset, reset. Yeah. No, it's yeah, it's still there. Like it still cuts in. Hmm. Meh. Oh well. It'll fix itself whenever it's ready. It is better, huh? Still there though. See, now I'm gonna look at that Shima and it's gonna be annoying. But we only have a minute to go. So that thing better fix itself. Good morning, Patrick. SGBX is retesting this 40 cents and actually holding it. Question for you guys in the chat though. What's your favorite stock for now as we go in as the market just opened? What is your favorite stock for now? And if you're not sure, just let the markets dip, pop, and kind of balance out, and then we can pick out some of these names. IPDN I still like. It just doesn't have the volume yet, so watch that. Watch this 220 230 level. If we can find the base there. LPSN, your first support is $1.35, right? And if that doesn't hold, then you're looking for closer to $1.20. So we're going to be watching this 135 level here for LPSN. SGBX, we just mentioned that retest, right, of 40 cents, which was actually quite perfect. So breakout, retest, and then boom skis. My only concern for these pops at the open is you want to be careful, right? Because some of these, like, we pop and then we drop immediately. So just be careful. Alrighty. So that 40 cents retest was nice though, wasn't it? AIM is doing the exact same thing. So dip skis and then pop brand new highs there. So resistance on this one though, $2.30 on AIMD. Alrighty. LPSN is not quite consolidating yet. Not quite consolidating yet. So it's still playing with that 135 level. So let's see where that candle decides to close at. And then there goes IPDN, right? So IPDN is dipping below that initial level. So we mentioned that 220, right? And if that doesn't hold, then you're looking for closer to $2 there. Actually, don't mind a dip close to $2. Don't mind. So let's see. There's a little bit of a double top right there for AIMD. $3.30. There goes 340. So AIM with a little bit of a breakout there. 345, 348. AIM is cooking there. 360. That was a nice breakout. A nice little breakout. LPSN is still playing with that same range there, so I'm still on watch. IPDN looks like we hit a low of 213 and then back into the 220s. So for now, AIMD is the one that's cooking. 367, 370. Yep. Yeah, there are quite a few tickers, huh? And it's always a bit difficult when you have so many names that look good. Is especially at the open like this, is you're not always sure which of these to like really pay attention to, right? 45 cents right below that 50, beautiful exit, right? So typical 49 cents and then drop, especially at the open. That's a perfect scalp. Perfect scalp. Anyways, AIMD is flying at $3.80, 383. Good push. If you're in this one, make sure you're ready to take some gains though, please. Alrighty. Did you get in IPDN, Chris? You did. 216. Beautiful. So nice little pop there, right? So this was obviously one of the ones we liked. The reason I like this one is because of that no action coming into the open. We're starting to notice that like some of these names that are not doing anything into the open, but they have the volume, can pop at the open. Right. So that's the reason. Your resistance is that 250, like we mentioned, though, right? So 250 resistance on that one there. So just be mindful there, Chris. Just be mindful. Ayo, AK. There we go, 244. 244. If you bought the dipski on IPDN, type yes in the chat. There goes 247. 247. And then again, like I mentioned, if you're in AIMD, you want to consider scaling out, right? Take some gains on the way up. Righty? Don't diamond hand. It still looks really good though. Probably the best name for now in the market. Right? IPDN still needs to break above that VWAP. Floyd, Brian, beautiful. So you're just kind of dealing with resistance there. The question is, will it actually break though? What's the consensus on the BLSH IPO? The consensus is that everything that IPOs on Robinhood at least has a little bit of hype. So if you can get into the pre-IPO, that'd be nice. And then we'll see when it actually goes live. The only thing that's priced to go live today seems like CTW, right? When's the bullish IPO supposed to go live? When's that supposed to go live? Did they give you guys a date? Well done, Chris. Good scalp for now, right? So like I said, AIMD still looks like the best name for now, even though it's in a supply zone. The 8? Okay. So this one is still looking like the best name. Here we go. A test of 390. RC, the 13th. Okay. Yep. Either way, honestly, I don't really. It doesn't really matter to me. I think with an IPO like that has hype, if you can get into the pre-IPO, cool. If not, there's nothing we can do till we get closer to the 13th. Like there's really nothing we can do, and then we can see the bits and go from there, right? Nothing at all. Nothing at all. So it looks like we're just kind of stalling below 390 here for this one. IPDN just said hello, guys. Hello, hello, everybody. Here we go. 250. 250. There we go. 260. There we go. That was a perfect dip, wasn't it? Perfect dip. Again, type yes in the chat if you are still in IPDN. Yeah, monies. So nice dip, and these were the levels we were looking for, right? So 220 to $2, right? So nice little dip. Again, I like the names that have volume going into the open, right? But they're still at the bottom. These names somehow seem to pop at the open. And then the ones that are really hot going into the open, they seem to disappoint us, right? Is anybody else noticing that? Like, look at this. Look at LPSN, right? This name was the best name coming into the open, right? We could have stuck to this one, and then look at this. At least for now. Maybe eventually it's gonna find a way to go back up. So I tend to like the ones now that like have the volume but not quite performing. At least you can get a pop at the open, and then they can do whatever they need to do, right? Yeah. Donnie, are you a member? Obviously, are you a legend member? Let me know if you are. So the only downsides of playing these names at the open now, though, is you're having to secure gains really quickly, right? Like the first few minutes at the open, when you get these pops, you don't want to be diamond handing, right? Because there are a lot of pump and dumps. AIM, like I said, AIM is still the best looking name in the market, right? Just the way that it's moving, slow and steady, slow and steady, slow and steady, slow and steady. Uh, there you go. 420. The open is chaos, isn't it? To 520. Let's go. No position now. Musty just sit back and relax a little bit, right? Musty turned $25 to $520 in 24 hours. Let's go, Musty. Well done. I like that a lot. I like it a lot. I think after the first few minutes here, guys, we can kind of relax, and it's been 9 minutes, right? So after the first 15 minutes, I think we can kind of pick out some of these levels and say, hey, these are the ones, right? But I think for now, you're still dealing with volatility here. IPDN, look at that. That was a nice pop, right? And then all of a sudden, we came back for the retest again, right? LPSN is still dipping here, so not sure what that thing wants to do, but still dipping. SGBX retesting and holding that 40 cents, right? So 40 cents has been good for this one. And then AIM failed at 420, right? So 420 psychological resistance. Who doesn't like selling at 420, guys? Well, everybody does. So 420 and then a bit of a retest of the 9. Patrick, yeah. Yes, since yesterday. Okay, let me send you an invite then. So this is your invite, Donnie. So click this link at the bottom of the chat. Alrighty, and then follow the steps in the getting started channel. Alrighty. So for now, watch 375, Ashraf. And then it's all the way down to closer to 330. Yeah. Alrighty. So just wait for consolidation, especially with the push like this, right? So let that thing consolidate at some point. Yeah. Cool. So here comes that 375 test. The S&P is looking like a rubbish, isn't it? Like rubbish. You're welcome. Welcome. You can kind of see just playing with that 70 there and then drop below, right? So yeah, wait for that thing to consolidate, and if it doesn't, then lower. Alrighty. IPDN, I don't mind the retest of the 200 again for the millionth time. So let's see if we can get back above the VWAP. Alrighty. So retest of that 200 EMA at the bottom here. Not a bad thing. The only thing I don't like about this stock is the candles, the way that the candles are moving. Like massive push, massive drop, and just all over the place. So for now, this seems like a more of a scalp than anything else. Virus, call them back. Call them back. Tell them they owe you monies. Call them back, please. Tell them you owe me monies. Verb with a nice little pop there. And then SGBX. SGBX has done a really good job holding that 40 cents and retesting 50 again. 50 cents. See you later. Yep, 40 cents, 50 EMA retest, and then resistance at 50 cents. AIM is still playing with this 375, right? Back and forth. LPSN with the first pop we've seen so far after the open. I'd like to see a double bottom though, or just a higher low. Like, hey, virus, that call you made, that call you called me, yeah, you owe me monies now. You owe me monies. Just in Michael Saylor says you do not sell your Bitcoin. Okay, cool. How come we're not at 250 yet, Mr. Sailor? Huh? Come on, you can do it. Break 50 cents. uh, Virus says, come on. It's gonna happen now, isn't it? There it goes. There's a nice block at 50 cents. A nice block. They keep testing it though, so you would think it should break. Damn, someone's selling all the shares at 50 cents. Yeah, 50, Mohammed. Well done. Yep. I mean, people like selling at like round numbers, right? So if you're selling, a whole bunch of people are selling at 50 cents as well. And it's having a hard time breaking above. And there goes 45 cents, right? So this is why we always pay attention to these round numbers. Sometimes you want to sell at 49 something, you know? So that level needs to be broken for now. AIM is still playing with this 375 we mentioned, right? Back and forth, above, below. So, but it's kind of playing with it, and like it's holding it, right? So that's a good thing for now. AIMD. AIMD. We need to do a giveaway at some point as well, so we will do that. Just always crazy in the morning. Here goes 396. 396. I was hoping though that these two names, IPDN and LPSN, especially LPSN, would like consolidate before we could look at it as a potential play. It just hasn't done that yet, right? So it just hasn't done any of that yet. There you go. Just be aware though, Ashraf, right? $4 here comes $4. That you're in a supply zone. You're gonna have to take gains quicker in this one than anything else, right? But that just paid for your membership again, right? So you're in a supply zone. Like as soon as we cross above $4, there's a lot of selling pressure that comes in, and then 420 is that resistance. So don't go red is what I would do there. Alrighty, here we go. Come on, push, push, push. What is the yellowish orange bar for AIMD? So that bar is supposed to represent a potential reversal at some point. Alrighty. So there's a video in Discord. If you watch the last educational class or the last algo class, it's in there. It will go into a lot more detail. There you go, Ashraf. Good job. Right. So again, as soon as we get into the fours, people start selling resistance. Right. So be careful. Cool. SGBX doesn't quite look like it's gonna give up yet, right? So that 50 cents. So 45 to 48. And look at that. AIMD is back all the way down to that same bottom, right? So this is why you want to secure those gains when you see resistance sometimes. Sometimes IPDN that initial push was nice. That initial push. And then another 50-cent test here for SGBX. SPY with a nice little recovery, but it's not really doing anything, right? So no breakouts, nothing. Just a rebound from the bottom. Okay. Tesla. It's because Josh posted that in Discord virus. Josh said he's loading the dips again, so the market said, "Oh yeah, let's do it." LPSN demand zone for a scalp. I think you'd be looking closer to $1. There isn't a demand zone on this one, right? But if we look to the left hand side, you're looking between $1.15 to $1.10. That's what you should be looking for there. Ready? So closer to that range. AIMD is still doing a good job actually of holding that 375. So it's fighting to get back to $4, but we're in a supply zone. So there's a lot of selling going on there. A lot of selling. No, I did not DM you. So be careful, guys. Those are scammers. Did you DM me on PropInView account? Please confirm. I want to make sure that it's not a scammer. Yeah, that's not me. Alrighty. Yeah. There we go. 390. Back and forth. Back and forth. SGBX is doing the same thing too, though, right? We just tested 50 cents and then back to 46. So lots of resistance there. LPSN is dipping into that range. So let's see what happens the closer we get to the 200. And then IPDN, maybe a double bottom. The double bottoms. I know, right, Brian? Sorry. Sorry. 260. The drop was really fast, Floyd. It was really fast. Yeah, you just want to be ready though. Like when you're pushing for that VWAP like that, you always expect resistance, right? I think if you had the order ready, you would have done it. Like if you had the order filled in and everything, you would have done it. Not exactly at 260. It doesn't need to be 260, right? But you had multiple candles, like you had 5 candles, 5 minutes of candles playing with the VWAP before the actual push. So for if you had that order ready to go, when it popped like that, you might have sold it, right? So that's just next time, just be ready. AIM is breaking above $4, so here comes 420 again. AIMD. Yeah, let's see. Maybe this time we're actually gonna break. Yeah, exactly. That's yeah, exactly, Rita. Yeah, but also like stock rider. Yeah, look at that 420 break and slap, right? So yeah. Also, you sent me a message before, so I don't know how someone can like. I was already having a conversation with you. So how did you think that the other person was also me, right? Fig is FIG. Okay. Yeah, no. People will copy the name and the picture. The picture is different because mine moves, theirs doesn't. Probably, I don't know. Um, yeah. Again, if someone messages you in Discord with my name and picture and everything else, and they're like, "Hey, you want to copy my trades?" That's a scam, please. Alrighty, don't get scammed. Um, I'm not messaging you unless you message me. So if someone messages you and they're like, "Hey, welcome to the group," blah blah blah. I'm checking in on you, right? Copy my trades. Click on this link. Go to this website. That's not me. Um, so don't get scammed, pretty please. GNS is curling nicely there too. GNS, and then AIM just isn't giving up. Yeah, 412, good scalp. Yeah, that thing is just going back and forth here with these crazy candles. I want to see SPY get back above 630. I'll take a look at FIG because I want to see the actual bottom on that thing. Yeah, it looks like we hit 76, and then today it's popping. It's not bad, not bad at all. Right? These IPOs always find a way to, after day one to dip and then go for a second run. So, yup. Anyways, AIMD is still looking like the best name in the market. Yeah. It just needs to break out, right? It needs to break above that 420. So that level we mentioned initially, that 375, 375 has been a good spot ish to scalp a few times to 420 or above $4. It just hasn't broken out yet for the next push. Mm. Come on, you can do it. We need something to break out. Spy's like, don't worry, I'll do it. I'll do it, guys. Don't worry, I'll do it. And come on. In what? Interest. Interest. Yeah, Spy just hit 630 and then came back down. SGBX is still looking for 50 cents here. And AIM really wants to break out, but it's not doing it. Not yet. Jameson, are you in that one? I think I know why like the software is glitching on stream. I think I know what I did. Oof, my goodness. Look at the size of that candle, guys. Sheesh. My goodness, the candle hasn't closed yet, too, though. That's the problem, right? It's just all over the place. My goodness. Again, the candle still hasn't closed. This is typical market maker scam behavior. But this is still the best stock, right? If you're still in AIM, type yes in the chat. If you're still holding a AIMD, type yes in the chat. There we go. 630. 4:30. Interesting. Very, very interesting. What did we look at? Uh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, Sandra, Mink, yeah, Van, yeah, perfect. So now you can move your stop loss up, right? 6:30 D. Might as well. It might as well. So if this candle can actually close above that, it'd be a good thing. Pizza. Good morning, pizza. Good morning. Okay, okay. Let me fix my rubbish here really quickly. 1 second, guys. Don't listen to Dan, Peter. Peter. Dan was a bully yesterday. Anyways, uh, he was being a meanie. Okay. Yeah, that 50 cents was way too strong for SGBX. Way too strong. We mentioned the entry for LPSN. That thing bounced like 1 penny above $1.15 and then back above 120. IPDN is still just playing games at the bottom of the range. I almost wish this thing would just drop and retest this demand zone, if they wanted to drop, but it's just playing games up here, which is a double bottom, but it's still annoying. So it doesn't look like it's dead yet though. But now the main stock is still AIMD. Still AIMD. That thing seems to like 420 for some reason. Which stock from 24 to 520? Palantir. Alan? Uh, yeah. Oh, oh, I see. They want to cook me pizza. Uh, I need to play that video on stream. Zoraya says, "Good morning, good morning." And there goes your 420 fail again. I tried to scalp AIMD, but my stop loss hit at the price I bought it, so I did not lose, but did not gain. Learning stop loss. Watched the class last night. It was helpful. Good. Um, what did you get in ad? I think your stop loss might have been really, really tight then if you put the stop loss at the same price you got in at. Right? You might have gotten in when it dipped all the way down to this price, maybe. At least you didn't lose monies though, which is good. It's always a positive. For some reason, Erica, see, everybody wants to sell at 420, right? So 420, 420, 420 resistance and dipskis. And there goes more dipskis. So now you're looking for closer to 340 to 330 here. 388. Okay. Okay. Yeah, at least you didn't lose money because now you would be red in that position. So I'm glad you're using a stop loss. That will protect you more than you know. Alrighty, because sometimes when things like these happen, like look at these fat red candles, you just can't react, right? You're like, oh, what's happening? But then at that time it's already at 350, and you're like, I'm red. No, 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 no. Okay, okay, there we go. Look at that, right? Still dipping. So watch for 340 to 330 here for AIMD. Thick does look nice, doesn't it? Nice little push. Nice little push. Uh, little bit of volume there. See, sometimes when like unusual volume comes in, but it's still lower than the yeah than the average volume, it's always a little bit interesting, isn't it? Hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. So we mentioned that closer to 33 cents winter fell in this one. So let's see if we can get there. And the S&P is testing that 630 again. $6.30. Okay. Oh, there we go. SPY finally broke above Apple. Apple's done really well. Really, 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 really well. Yeah, the whole market recovering, which is nice from the loss yesterday. Yep, Apple's been holding up the last few days, but at the same time, that thing also got slapped, right? IPDN has to be one of the most annoying stocks that we're looking for an opportunity on. One of the most annoying. And here comes a retest of that 340-ish level for AIMD. Test. Someone mentioned SNGX earlier. That thing just had a nice little pop there. Shane says opinions on SGBX. You bought at 37.50. You're slightly green, and you're buying at the View app, Shane. So it's not a horrible spot already, and you do have a bit of a double bottom there. So that's not too bad. You have a double top breakout, right? So a double bottom. So it's not bad, right? If it does break below that level, then you're looking for this area here, right? The actual demand zone and the 200 EMA. So for now, you're slightly green. Hopefully, it bounces back there for you. Alrighty. A secret mover. Yeah, there was a bit of unusual volume here for this one. On like the actual candle, not for the day, which is interesting. RVYL. So not sure what's going on there, but There you go, Shane. You're nice. You're green now. It's testing 40 cents. And if that thing struggles at 40 cents still, Shane, you might have a problem. Alrighty? So 40 cents is going to be your first obstacle here. Hmm. Not a bad scalp at all. Yeah, I'm glad you took profits on that thing as well, D. Glad you took the gains. RMSG. Yep. Hmm. Yeah, it's unhalted now. The candles look interesting to me, like a little bit suspicious, but yeah, just be careful. Just be careful, please. It's interesting the way that the candles are moving. Like if you look at the bid and the ask, like it's not doing that at all. The candles are just like trying to pump, but then 2 seconds later we're dropping, right? Like it's just all over the place. So all good. Dirt. Okay. And 3 minutes once the market opened. Now you're just waiting to see if it wants to pump again. Definitely got the volume. Exactly. It's offer. No, it does not. Dynamics, just the legend level. Legend. Just the legend. 370. It's impressive how these candles are moving. Yeah, you just want to be careful with stuff like this though, please, right? Those candles go from 370, 380, 390 to 340 in 2 seconds. Not that this is the only stock that does it. This one's just moving a little bit sus. So just be careful. Yeah. Let me take a look at that one. I'll come back to this one. LHAI. Nice little pop there, CM. What's your question for INSP? What's your question on that one? Let me know. I'll take a look. What's your question though? AIM is still dipping there. So let's see if we can stay above this 330 level. AIMD. Yeah, INSV. Yeah, let me know what your question is on that thing tracks. Yeah, look at RMSG. Like it is all over the place. You did good on this one, CM. Yeah, Dynamics, sign up for the level that says Legend. SGBX is still holding that 37-ish, Shane, so that's good. Is it cooked? Depends on your position, Joshua. What's your entry? We wanted this thing to dip to $2, right? Closer to $2. Just because that was the main demand zone, right? In pre-market, right? So I don't think we can say that it's cooked yet because it's still above the demand zone. Right, but it really just depends on your entry price. SGBX. There you go, Shane. 210. Oh, you're barely red in that position, Josh. Are you okay? You should be okay. Just put a stop loss somewhere, please. Shane, are you still in your position or no? There goes 41 cents. So nice retest for SGBX, and then back above 40. Erica, yeah. So that's what I wanted to see as well, right? Closer to $2. Congratulations, Shane. Look at RMSG, right? So this is why I just didn't trust this one. Yeah. This thing just sometimes you look at the candles and they just give you sus vibes, and this one definitely gave me sus vibes. So it's nice if you got in and sold though, right? Anyways, that's Shane M. Do you know a Shane, Dan? Nashville. Shima, scam. 1550. Beautiful. Beautiful. That $14 area, like 1350, 1350 to $14 was perfect for Webull. Perfect for bull. As especially as a swing player, right? Look at that. Beautiful. Right? That 14 area though, that was the level. Right? 14 to 1350. That was the buy zone. Now Winterfell is smiling. SGBX 42 cents, Shane. Good job. Uh, is it about to drop? Let me take a look, Tracks. Again, I'm still not sure what your question actually is though on that position. Is it about to drop? So it's down 6%. They had some news. It looks like. So that's a fraud case. These are usually stupid though. Those are usually very stupid. Don't really care for those. So it looks like they reported earnings and they got some price target downgrades. So it's dropped already. Again, still not sure what your question is. But that thing was at 82, and then that's the daily candle. So yesterday this thing was at 70, 74, and then bounced back up. So if you're in a position, just make sure that it stays above 74. You should be okay. That's if it's a long-term play, right? It looks like they missed earnings, or something in the guidance was not good enough. Hmm. AIM is holding that, that level that we mentioned, that 330 for now. So let's hope it can continue to stay above. IPDN is just chilling here at 210, and then LPSN is kind of doing the same thing, just holding the bottoms. SPY looks like it's on drugs, up and down and up and down. What do I think of the bullish IPO? Nothing yet. Unless you're getting into the pre-IPO Albert, then that's fine. But we're just gonna wait till next week and then talk about it. It seems to have a lot of hype, right? And this is the same thing we did for the FIG IPO, right? We said if you can get into the pre-IPO, cool, right? Because you're probably gonna get the best price, right? If not, there's really nothing we can say for now that's gonna help you out, because you have to wait till the 13th anyways, and then on that day we can start to see what the bits look like. You're green on your position for IPDN from 210, slightly green, 3 cents. Better than nothing, though. Okay. Let me take a look at. Yeah. There goes 31 cents for this one, right? So we mentioned this one around like 28, 29 because of that unusual volume. Um, at some point, that thing might need to dip down. Let's go. 31 pennies. SGBX is still looking good for you, Shane. So 37 to 42. Made a lot on AIMD in 5 minutes, Andy. Beautiful. Beautiful. And you're done? You're done with it? ODP, what's your question for GNS? If you have a question, guys, I promise I'll take a look. Just help me out with the details, right? I'm in already. I'm looking for an entry. This is what I'm thinking. Help me out a little bit. Because when you say just look, how's this stock or look at this stock, I'm like, okay, what's the question? Because you'd be surprised how many times I look at something and they're like, no, I'm not in it yet. Oh, I'm already in at this price. Oh no, don't worry, I'm holding options, right? So then we're just here wasting our time. So if you have a question, please help me with the details. Bought and sold between deadlifts. Let's go. This is Dan behavior. Unbelievable. Well done, Andy. You're new to the community as well, right? Like you joined yesterday or recently? Do, 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 do. Yeah. Do, 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 do. There goes LPSN. Bit of a higher low here. The consolidation wasn't too bad, was it? No. So nice higher low and then resistance at $1.30. Let's go. Brand new first Friday. Yeah, love it. Welcome. Congratulations on the gains, and let's make more, please. Cool. Just make sure you keep the losses smaller if you do take a loss. Alrighty. Let me take a look at GV. Yeah, GV with a nice curl up the bottom, right? So $1.95, that was the level we were looking at for support, right? And then your next resistance is 218, 220. Yeah, no, Figma had that sell off and then recovery, which is good because IPOs always seem to do that. Can you look into TNUN? You're in at 173. Sure, we can do that. I'll come back to GB here as we're at resistance. 173. So you've been diamond handing this thing, haven't you, man? You've been making money other places, but then diamond handing this one. Yeah, you seem to have a lot of resistance here at 163, right? Like right there. A lot of resistance. So if you can break above that, I bet you're gonna get back to break even. So that should be your main watch for now. So 163 and then 170 and then break even for you. Alrighty. And then support, watch $1.50. Cool. Yeah. I mean, maybe wait for it to get closer to $2 then Angel. Alrighty. And depending how we get to $2, like if we're flushing to $2, don't touch it. But if we get to $2, you can kind of see that it's holding. Then maybe there's something there. It is kind of holding, right? Like 207. So yeah, it's kind of holding there. Look at SGBX. Where's Shane? Shane, look at that. Cooking. Well done. So maybe we push back to 50 cents again. So that was a really good bottom, wasn't it? Right? Resistance, breakout, retest, double bottom, boom skis. 46 cents. So now you're in a supply zone, Shane. So yeah, just be ready to run. Be ready. Be ready to run. 47 cents, 47.50, 48 cents. Look at that. No, ignore that, Alan. That's a spec. Yeah, that's a spec. So it's definitely not going to do anything. It's not supposed to have volume. So here comes SGBX retesting 50 cents again. Boom skis. That is a very nice move on SGBX. Very nice move. That 50 cents is still a problem, right, Angel and Shane? So just be mindful up there. Maybe the third time though will be the charm. Third time charm, maybe, hopefully, maybe. How many shares? Maury, it depends. Come join us in Discord, Maury. Yeah, I think you're new to the market, right? So I think so. Yeah, come join us in Discord. Come learn. Yeah. So there goes IPDN, right? IPDN is testing that $2 now. So watch for consolidation around $2 if you're interested, right? Because I think this is the level we were waiting for. It's just lost a lot of volumes. Lots of volumes. AIM is still playing with that 330 level that we talked about. SPY is getting slapped there again. So like it's just unnecessary volatility. I think it's gonna be like this month though. Is it free? No, it's not free. It's not free. 37, 49.80. Oof! Well done, Shane. Congratulations. Congratulations. Well done. Moving stop loss up. Angel? Yep. You should. SGBX really looks like it wants to break 50 cents, so doesn't it? It really, really wants to. But sometimes that's just not a chance you can take, right? When it's constantly failing, you will never honestly regret selling at resistance when it's clearly resistance. You know what you will regret though is when it hits resistance and then it crashes. You're like, oh my goodness, you son of a, you stupid. Have you ever spoken to yourself when you're in a trade because you know something was gonna happen and then you're like, nope, I'm hoping for a breakout. I'm hoping, and then it doesn't break out. Oof. So, oh my days. You're like, I knew it. Look at IPDN, guys. IPDN is like, yep, that $2 level, right? Back to 214, right? So did anybody buy the that entry? It just jumped, yeah. So $2 was the level we were waiting for. So yeah, a little bit of testing of the demand zone and then pop. You have a lot of resistance at 220, 225. Let's go, Winterfell. Yeah, well done. So it took forever to get there, but yeah. Thomas, you did. There you go. Congrats. At least you're slightly green in that position, right? So there goes 217. Coleman. Yee. So you're in at $2.84. You're nice and green in that position, right? Congratulations. I wish you asked that question a lot earlier, Coleman, because that thing was at $4.50, 4.50, right? Well above like the So you let that thing drop way, way, way too much for my liking. If I was in that same position now, though, I would probably set a stop loss right below 310. Alrighty, but I wish you asked that question earlier because you were up so much, and you had a supply zone and a double top, right? So you had all the reasons to sell at the top. And for now, yeah, just put a stop loss. Yeah. Yeah, GNS has been popping them. You're in at 86.50. How's your position? I don't know. How's your position, Jeffrey? Mori, that's all we play with. Well, I mean, not all we play with, but yeah, we play with high volume stonks. Yeah. Shima's like, you stupid. No, just kidding. She's like, oh, that was so good. Do it again. uh, Jason, you're in at 340. Yeah, it really just needs to stay above this 330 here and then get back above 345, 350. If it can, then I think the volume will come back in. The issue it's having is that it's lost a lot of volume, but it's also below the VWAP and the 50 and the 20 and the kernel. It's the only thing that it's above is the 9 and the 200. So it needs that volume to break above 350 here. So 330 versus 350, Jason. You're in at 266, Sniper? 266? You either FOMO'd in pre-market or you FOMO'd this massive pump candle. Um, yeah, Sniper, you should have you should have managed that position. So how's it looking? I think for now you're hoping that we stay above $2. If I was in that same position, Sniper, I would be hoping we stay above $2. Yeah. Wait, what did Suck Monkey do? AMD puts or AMD? AMD criminals. There goes AIMD, right? So trying to push him. So 330 has been holding. It just needs to break about 350. Both. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. $345. Am I wrong to smell SGBX is a swing play? You're not wrong. I think you're very early though, right? Look at this thing, right? We keep failing at 50 cents. This is what I mean, right? Like, can you imagine not selling this position at the top? You're like, you stupid son of a, right? So when a stock has resistance, I know some people are like, oh my gosh, I sold the stock at 50 cents and then it broke out and it left without me. Why? Right? So honestly, to me, you're gonna feel way more silly if you're in a position and it's really showing you signs of like resistance and you don't sell it and then it drops, then you're gonna beat yourself up, right? So to me, this is not a swing play yet, right? The market's been open for an hour, right? So we can't be talking about swing plays. Maybe at some point today, like if it's breaking 50 cents and looking good, then okay, maybe. For now, it's a scalp. Alrighty. AIMD is really fighting that 350 though, so we broke above it briefly here. But again, 330 has been a good base for now, right? For AIMD, a good little base. All about that base. So let's see if we can actually break and hold them. You're welcome, YW. IPDN is still acting like a frustrating stock, but that $2 is holding. Then you're looking for 365, 370 ALU. But yeah, 350 is still a problem though. Come on, you can do it. Stop acting up. Stop playing around. Did you buy some spy puts virus? Can you believe we went from the bottom to the top, back to new lows of the day for spy? My goodness, chaos, chaos. They might be coming back. Okay. Yeah, 6:30. Yeah, I thought you would for sure. Okay. There we go. Virus. Okay, nice. Good. Yeah, Weeble has done well. There we go. 350. You can do it. You can do it. 351. Going once. Going twice. Friday. Okay. 822. Okay. Come on. Here we go. Then that 350 level is a magnet. Let me take a look at that. RMSG. Yeah, it's coming back from the 50, which is nice. That was a nasty drop though, wasn't it? From $4 all the way down to 250. Shish. Yeah, so your next resistance is $3 at the view app. Pizza. This is the only day, pizza. There we go. 355. Okay, now that you broke out, just send it. Just send it. Just send it. 56, 57. Just send it. Someone's like, give my monies, give my gains. Yep. There we go. 58. Where's that big boomski candle? Potentially, yeah, Angel. Potentially. Yep. No. Yep. No, Virus is amazing for sharing that though, you know? So we need more of that. Ah. Below $5 DC. Okay. Let's go, pizza. And what? Let's go. Let's go. I'll take a look. Here we go. 59. Come on, give us 360. There goes 360. Beautiful. Beautiful. I think we said 365 to 370 resistance. Alrighty. So just be careful there. So the closer we get to 365 for AIMD resistance. 62, 63, 64. Come on. Go, go, go. Yeah, so 365 resistance. Nasef, you see, Nasef, welcome to the community. Welcome, 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 welcome. Invite. There we go, perfect. Welcome. This is your invite at the bottom, so click that link. Sick, missing out on Discord. Yeah, I agree. So click that link at the bottom of the chat, and follow the steps in the Getting Started channel. Okay, welcome. So if you bought AIMD off the bottom there, type yes in the chat. If you took the risk on AIMD, come on, you can do it. Yeah, clearly we're at resistance, like we said, right? So this level here, this 65 to 70, that's going to be a bit of a problem. So yes in the chat. Hello, Natalia. How are you? Hello, hello. Are you ready for your one-on-one today? There we go, 360. Natalia, did you buy some SPY puts earlier? Yeah, this SPY chart is all over the place. Like, this is just chaos. Just absolute chaos. You did? Okay. Monies, are you green? Why would it be a problem? Just because you have just because you had the downtrend sitting at that line, so it's always a bit of a problem initially before the breakout, right? So it looks like we're trying to break out, right? So 365, 370. So looking good. I am not vegan again, pizza. Send me that link. We need to play that on stream, Peter. There we go, 373. If you bought this off the bottom, congratulations. Alrighty, 330 was perfect. The reason why this was perfect was because we had resistance and then the breakout and then the retest and then a little bit of consolidation, right? So good dip buy. But that second candle triggered your stop loss. I'm still learning. What do you do after stop loss triggers? If it's still in a good position, you get back in. Kev, I think your stop loss might have been very, very tight, or your entry might have been a little bit higher than you wanted it to. Right? Yeah, SGBX doesn't want to give up. Thank you very much for the super chat, Peter. I want to see what that thrust shirt looks like. I want to see. Okay, let me go back to SPY just got back above 630. My goodness, what is going on there? You can kind of see though that, like, are you the first one now? Yeah. So the new month is up for grab. Make sure you win it. SGBX cannot break that 50 cents though for some reason. It's just fighting and fighting. Palantir. Okay. Collection. Oh, there's a thrust shirt and a thrust hoodie. I like all those hoodies actually. I like all of those hoodies. Winter is coming. Winter isn't coming. Hopefully not. But yeah. Let's go. Oh, I like that. Okay. I like it. Oh, there's the back and the front. Oh, that is cool. Okay. I'm definitely gonna be getting some hoodies for winter. Mr. Positive, it is all over the place. All over the place, spy. Yeah, seriously, suck monkey. Yep. Yep. So if you're looking for some trading merch, guys, this is the link in the chat. Alrighty. Show Peter some love and some support. Yeah. So if you're looking for some trading merch, alrighty, get some trading merch, options, futures, all of the above. Cool. Blue Wing, you are a nerd. We all are. Look at that, right? AIMD. So we came back down. If you sold your AIMD, type yes in the chat. Right. So again, we knew this level would be a bit of a problem. Even though we popped above it briefly, it's still going to be a problem. So now, at the very least, we're hoping for a higher low, right? Sandra took the gains, Andy took the gains, PLK took the gains, Salah took the gains, right? So this is not a game of how long can we hold, right? It's how consistent can I be? Can I consistently take my gains? I get in at a good spot, I see a problem, I take my gains, right? We're not here looking for $20. We're looking for monies. Chris, well then look at these criminals, guys. Yes in the chat. Chris, Emma, look at that. CM, right? 370s. So good job. It's better than having it back in the 340s, right? So we make decisions with the information that we have, and if it works, it works. If we break out, we break out, right? IPDN is still holding this $2, which is good. So this one's been pretty super slow. Like this is stupid slow, right? Stupid slow. The only good thing here is the level that we wanted, that $2 range, is still holding. So now we need to get back above the 200 EMA and hopefully the volume comes in. Yep, exactly, BLK. Exactly. So for AIMD, hopefully we get a higher low or a double bottom and then push back with 370. Yeah. Alrighty. So consistency is what you are looking for. Alrighty. We mentioned this one earlier, right? RVYL. Um, it's also super slow. The reason why we're talking about this one is because of unusual volume. We looked at this one initially, and it had 100,000 shares on that candle, right? Look at it now. That volume is jumped all the way to the millions. Into the millions. Well then, Chris. Virus. Wow. But that would have been like a big gamble though, virus, especially going into stuff like that. Yeah. There you go. No, I don't, virus. I don't. I do not. Yes. Ooh, oh my goodness, guys, look at this. Look at SGBX. That thing said hello. Oh my goodness. Damn. My goodness. I guess the third time or the fourth time was the charm, huh? Shish. 10 million shares in that 1 minute candle? That is crazy. Someone really wanted to push it. CTW is open, the IPL. CTW. Yeah, yeah. This was the $5 IPO, wasn't it? Yeah. So if it's below $5, I'm not interested. It needs to get above $5. CTW. Shish. They're like, you know what? We're gonna break 50 cents with violence, and we're back to retesting 50 cents. So from 50 cents to 60 cents in one candle, 61 almost. RVYL is next to pass 50 cents. Send it. Looks good, right? We mentioned this one at 29 cents. It's super slow, but it's trending in the right direction. So see if that pattern continues there. AIMD is still holding the bottom, guys. So we hit a low of 343, and then we're back into the 350s. So a higher low would be good. And then if it can reclaim 370, that'd be perfect. LPSN is still holding that 200 EMA. So as long as it stays above $1.20 for now, it should be okay. IPDN, same thing, super slow, but at least it's not in the abyss. $1. Send it. Andy, just keep in mind that you're buying that thing pretty high, right? So I know it's not up much, but yeah, you're buying it at the top of the range there. Hopefully it keeps going. Probably will, but yeah, just protect that money, please. 54 pennies. I think it's because we were talking too much trash at 50 cents, too much trash. It said, oh yeah, you think so? 50 cents? I would still rather you, though, sell this thing if it's stalling at 50 cents and then get back in at a cheaper price because you could have done that multiple times, right? First 50-cent test, you could have sold right there, got back in, right, on a retest. You could have sold again and got back in at the next consolidation level, right? So, shish. Damn virus. AMD. AMD. Look at CTW, right? CTW, when an IPO opens below the IPO price, we're kind of not interested. Kind of not interested. Yeah, there it goes, right? Brand new lows. So our first requirement when we watch an IPO, the first requirement, at the very least, the bare minimum, is the price that the company says they want to IPO at, it has to stay above that. If it's below that, we don't touch it, right? So this one opened at what, 480? No, thank you. Look at that, and it's just dropping like a tomato. Maybe at some point it's gonna find a base, but anyways, AIMD with the curl there, 365. Come on. Okay. Come on, come on. 365, here we go again, right? You can tell like that 365 to 370 is a problem, right? And that's really not a surprise. So if we can reclaim that level and actually close above, then maybe we are ready for more. Ready for more. 366. Going once, sold 367. And sold to Peter. C-pop. C-pop. Yeah, this one looks like rubbish, doesn't it? Oof, my goodness, the slapped C-pop. They said that thing, excuse you. Shish. C drop. Yep. So I mean, you could see that supply zone there, though, right, guys? The red zones are there for a reason. They're not just there for decoration, you know. Oh, virus is just one of those, huh? Producing nobody's going to buy a $2,500 iPhone except the rich mega nerds. I highly doubt iPhones are going to be $2,500. I think if we get to that point though, Musty, then people are going to complain. Then the stock is going to react, right? For now, I think when you get headlines like that, people are just happy now that okay, these guys are compliant. They're making, like everything is good. No more chaos with Trump, right? That's usually that initial reaction. Payment plans, exactly. Yeah, I wouldn't buy a $2,500 iPhone, but people will, and I don't think they're going to be $2,500. Palantir is just crazy. Again, RVYL is still looking good. So super slow. Shane? Was it Shane? No, I don't think it was Shane. It was Andy. Mm. 3270. Did I forget that? Probably not. I just don't like it. SG. I just don't like it, but it is consolidating and curling, right? So as long as you stay above 240, yeah, as long as you stay above 240. No, 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 can't tell me. I mean, that's everything else, though, Musty, right? Inflation, prices of everything always go up. Everything. There goes the S&P, brand new highs of the day. So AIMD is still fighting with this 365, 370. My goodness, right? The price of everything goes up. The price of everything goes up, right? People were buying houses in whatever year this was for $50,000, right? You think anybody could have bought an iPhone 10 years ago for $1,000? No. They are now though. So prices of everything will always continue to go up. Right? It's just the way of DNA. Maybe do that. AIMD really isn't doing anything that's brand new, right? SGBX though came back for a retest of 50 cents and actually held, which is good. So when $1, when IPDN again super slow, 223 220 225 resistance, right? So right there. So that thing needs to break out. SGBX, 55 pennies. Exactly, work. Exactly. Exactly. We need to keep making more and more monies. Yeah. 100 billion? Yeah, but they're not going to lose $100 billion though. And they're going to make that monies back. Caitlin, why? What happened? There goes 56 cents. Uh, 1,000 shares of Palantir? Oh my goodness. And he sold it? Uh-oh. Regrets. Yep. Yep. Stuff like that is very frustrating. Very frustrating. Time for a new husband. Ah, that's okay. Caitlin's just gonna make the monies, you know? Yeah, you just have to scalp more. What's AIMD doing? That's not new. When I say it's not doing anything new is because we keep saying, right? We keep saying, Sasha, that it has resistance at 365, 365, 370, 370, 365. And that's the exact same spot it's been failing at, right there. So if you had a position, that would have been a good spot to take the gains, right? So it's not really doing anything that's new. We're just playing games, right? So we knew that there was a bit of support at the bottom here, right? Close to 330. And we bounced off that level and went to the resistance and then failed and then came back to, so we're not doing anything new here. Nothing new. Oh, I see. Yeah. Peter, I beg, behave. Behave. I'll go to anyways. SGBX pushing nice and slow and steady now. This looks a lot better, doesn't it? Better than below 50 cents. So 57 cents on this one. Type yes in the chat if you're still holding SGBX. They want to cook you, Peter. Ah. There we go. So let's see if we can get back to 60 cents on this one. Paro. Yeah. Yes. Nasef. Congratulations. Well done. What did you get in ad, Nasef? What's your entry price on that thing? The S&P is looking really good, guys. So going for 631. Looking very good. Let's have a nice green day in the markets. Yeah. Your stop loss is, Bitcoin sailor, like your stop loss on that position, frustrating, but also weird level, right? I would have preferred you to sell that thing at 50 cents and then get back in somewhere or look for the breakout. Right? Like if you have support at 40 cents and then resistance at 50 cents and your stop loss is in the middle, I'm glad you had a stop loss. But also like that puts you in a tough spot. Alrighty? It's a tough spot for you. And AIMD is just doing, holding that demand zone still. Holding the demand zone. Can we have a 1% green day for SPY virus? Can we just do that? We're halfway there, so just keep going. Just keep going. Just do it. Well, thank you, Tony. Thank you. C-pop is popping now. Hmm. Jason says 14 trades in 2 days, one red little loss, sticking to my plan. Small trades, but they add up. Uh, for morning hit list. Off to the beach. Good luck today. May check in later. Let's go, Jason. Give me a high five. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Beautiful. Congratulations, Jason. Enjoy the beach. 14 trades in 2 days, and one red little trade is amazing, right? So beautiful. Beautiful. Virus is jinking SPY because it's failing at resistance. There we go. Uh, Dan. Anyways, do you think AIMD is gonna bounce from between 370 and 330 all day? No, absolutely not. Right. So, at any point, if we break below 330, you have a problem because that just opened up room to a brand new range at the bottom. Right. So if we break below 330 and we're failing to reclaim it right away, they're gonna slap it. But if it breaks above 370, then it's gonna cook to the upside. So it just depends which way we break, right? Just depends which way we break, Sasha. So yeah, just depends. Our MSSG is slowly curling from the bottom. So don't forget to smash a like, guys. Hit that subscribe if you're new. If you're not a member yet and you want to join us in Discord, which you should, come cook with us. Alrighty? Look at that. Jason has made 14 trades and one loss, right? Come join us in Discord. So if you're not a member yet, click the link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbot. Sign up for the legend level and come join us. You're down 30%? Okay. Tony says crazy work. Best financial decision you'll ever make. Ever. I agree. I agree. So if you're not a member yet, come join us. Alrighty? Come cook with us. Um you're down 30% on the same stock, Sasha? On the same one, AIMD? Hmm. Mm-mm. Let's go, virus. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, you ruined Spy Virus. Ruined it. Mm-mm. Hey, you must have made some mistakes here in this position if you're down 30% on the one name. Because this stock has been really nice today, right? Like, look at this, right? That news was posted in Discord at 8 a.m. this morning. 8 a.m. this morning, the news was posted in Discord. 8 a.m. in the morning, right? So if you're not a member yet, come join us because you're missing out and FOMOing way higher, right? So, and then the stock dipped and found a beautiful base at 260. Look at this, right? We went up on the news, we came back. Look at that beautiful green zone, right? And then boom again, and then another dip, and then boom again, right? All the way to resistance. And then now you can clearly see that it's a red zone, right? So sell the position. So if you're not a member yet, you bought at 7 a.m. If you bought at 7 a.m., how the hell are you down 30%, Sasha? How? Don't make us send the FBI after you. If you bought at 7 a.m., you should be green on that position, right? Should be green. I think you might have. I think you might have been greedy on that play there because we went all the way up there. You might have been greedy. Anyways, back to SGBX because this is looking nicer. Uh, Dan, thank you for the super chat. Um, but no one is more caring about helping other people succeed. Let's go, Dan. Love you too, Dan. Let's go. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I agree. I again, I don't understand. There's just no benefit to to people in the community not succeeding, right? There's zero benefit. So when we're mean to you or we say some things that are a little bit suspicious, it's because we really do want you to succeed, right? There's just nothing better than seeing other people succeed. Nothing at all, right? So make sure you're putting the effort in. And again, if you're not a member yet, click the link at the bottom of the chat. Come join us in Discord. 7 a.m. Yeah, same though, Sasha. You're in Vegas, so Mountain Time then, right? At 7 a.m., that was 30 minutes before the market opened, right? So, but after the market opened, we still pumped to resistance on AIMD, right? Let me go back here. Look at this, Sasha, right? At 7 a.m., even if you got in at 7 a.m., like that was somewhere down there, that stock still went boom, 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 right? All the way to $4.50. And somehow you're still in it at $3.40, right? So, and hoping that it goes back up. So when you're in a position like that and it's pumping, move your stop loss up or take some gains, especially in the red zone, red, 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 right? Because look at that. So you were green for sure in that position. Alrighty, but you live and you learn. So next time, just do better. I'm kidding, but not kidding. Yeah, Larry, SGN does look interesting. So for now, AIMD is still holding that 330. Hopefully, continues to hold. When I mean we, Sean, we are team together. We mean yeah. La, 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 la. IPDN is still failing at that resistance, which for now isn't a surprise. If ah. Yeah, let me take a look at EQ. EQ. This is why, like, I personally don't like RMSG. I just don't. I just don't. We looked at EQ a few days ago, right? And this was the same range that it played with. So your next resistance is 70 cents, Tony. And yeah, hunch. So 70 cents already. So just be careful there, right there. That support was nice though, right? Good support at 54 cents. These are not levels we put in there today. These levels were in there already, right? So it's playing in a perfect range here. So 55, 54 to 70 cents. Nice. And if you can break above 70 cents, if you can break above 70 cents, then okay, cool. There's resistance another 10 cents higher. So nice pop. You just have resistance. So if you're not in a position, 70 cents is not the level to do it unless we break out. Unless we break out. Alrighty. And then the other one that's had a steady little climb here, slow and steady, is SGN. So slow and steady. Yeah, see a chart like this looks a lot nicer than RM, uh, the other stock, right? Welcome, Tony. Welcome, welcome. Oh, Misty has an account? Oh, wow. Interesting. Oh, no, Misty's, yeah, that's an AI thing. Hmm. So supply zone and fail. Yes, correct. 180, Varun. Yeah, whenever you see these supply zones, you want to be careful, right? These supply zones are there to remind you, like, hey. At some point, we hit this level and we crashed, right? So if you keep zooming back, you're gonna see where that supply zone comes from, right? It was right there. That was the supply zone. This was July 23rd, right? So July 23rd, we hit this level on a curl and then slap, right? And then today we're hitting the same level and it's acting as resistance again, right? That's the beauty of the supply zones. So even if you don't do technical analysis, the red zone is going to say, hey, I know you're not looking at this. You're not going back far enough, 2 weeks, right? I'm just here to remind you, you have a problem at 180. So you can take those gains, right? So that is the beauty. There goes AIMD, guys. AIMD is still holding that same range, right? So we're just going back and forth for now, which is a good thing because we're holding the bottom, right? But my goodness, does that thing need to decide? Obviously, I think we'd like for it to break above 370. No, 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 no. There we go. What indicator is that? That's called the bull bear algo. It's for members only. They'll trade the wave. You can see again, right? The green zone. Where do you see that? Right, the green zone at the bottom. The algo is reminding you, hey, this is a green zone. Why? Because we've obviously done the technical analysis, right? So we looked at this earlier, right? We said, hey, this is good. This is good. Now the green zone comes in as confirmation, right? So close to 330, right? Now we're bouncing already, right? Then we get to the red zone. It's like, oh, right? So we're just going back and forth. Eventually, one of these levels will break, and then the stock will have made its decision. So good, Tony. So good. Makes your life so much easier, right? So much easier. So much easier. SGBX is still fighting here. So this chart looks a lot nicer now that it's above 50 cents. So much nicer that it's above 50 cents. RVYL is trying to get back to 33 cents. We have a new member that signed up for the wrong level. Sudo, go back to the same link and upgrade to Legend. Alrighty. Legend is the only level that gives you access to Discord. So upgrade to Legend. Question for you guys in the chat: what's your favorite stock for now? What's your favorite stock in the? What's your favorite stock? Yeah, I need to do that. Virus mentioned that. Um, EQ. Okay, sounds good. The S&P just pushed back to highs of the day, guys. Just pushed back to highs of the day, which is nice. Yeah, you just have to. That's almost like your first test of becoming a member. That's your first test. Test. Where's Michelle? Okay, I need to message Michelle. Fantasy. Yeah, Peter, you're in the group chat already, so I think they wanted me to message Michelle, see if she's playing this year again. You're already in there, so you can see those messages. Come on, AIMD, you can do it. Just break out. Dude, SGN, guys, perfect resistance, right? Perfect resistance. History doesn't repeat, but it rhymes. Perfect resistance. So, again, that's why those resistance levels are important. or scalping spy or playing or traveling something or roasting someone on social media. So that 60 cents is pretty strong resistance for SGBX here. Nothing else really moving. Rinse, repeat, BLK. Yeah. RBYL looking for that breakout of the top. Yeah. Gyro, DYN. Yeah, there was a bit of a pop there. A bit of a pop there. Yep. AIMD. It's fighting. It's fighting. But same supply zone now, right? Sasha, do you have a stop loss in your AIMD position now, though, or you're just holding it again? Look at that, right? Look at that. From the green zone, beautiful, to the red zone, and then people start selling it. So this stock really needs to do something exceptional if it wants to start cooking. So the red zone's like, nope, you shall not pass. You shall not pass. You shall not pass. It did. LPSN. It's really fighting there. Really fighting. So $1.16. I think we mentioned $1.15, $1.10, right? It's like 1 penny above that and fighting. It's still trending down though, right? That's the only downside. So make sure you stay above $1.16 on this one now at this point. Because if it doesn't, you're gonna have new selling pressure coming in. Are we gonna break brand new highs here, guys, for RVYL? 33. Come on, you can do it. No. There we go. Spies cooking them. Can we 1%? Give us that 1% virus. You know what's crazy though is like we asked for dips. You know, we're like, come on, August. August is the worst month of the year. Give us dips, give us dips. And then we dip for one day. We're like, no, 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 this is not it. That's enough. That's enough dips. Let's go back up, please. Ah, unbelievable. Unbelievable. No, 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 no. There we go. Sudo, you upgraded to sold out too. Come on, upgrade to legend. I'm not happy with your dip prediction. We dipped, Dan. We had like a big red day, like a 500% red day. That's all you asked for. That's it. And then you got it. And then you went to the beach. Like what more could you ask for, Dan? What more? But the month isn't over yet though, so maybe we will dip again at some point from all-time highs. Do, do, do. I know, I know, crazy. I think when we're dipping like that though, Dan, and there really isn't a catalyst, I think people tend to just buy the dips. Unless there's a reason to panic, like tariffs or COVID, right? Those dips are really short-lived. Crazy. Spikes done for the day. Let's go. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you, Spikes. You've helped me get to where I am today. I've been consistently 2 to 4x my daily for weeks. So I raised it to $1,000 today. We got there. Let's go. Come on, Spikes. Give me a high five. That's amazing. That is amazing. Congratulations. $1,000 a day. Let's say it's even half of that, right? Like that you don't need to go to work anymore. You could just be like, you know what? Jobs? What are those? What are those? Look at this. Right? So I like it a lot. Congratulations, Spikes. Keep cooking and let's keep making monies. Thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate that. Who's number one on the fan list? Who's number one? Let me refresh this. I think Dan and Spikes are pretty close. Oh, actually, Spikes is number three. Okay, so Dan's number one. Uh, there you go. So those gains add up. Consistency. Absolutely. Virus, criminal. Yeah, pseudo just upgrade to legend. I don't know what you're doing with those. See, isn't it amazing to see people succeed, guys? Isn't that amazing? Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing to see each other succeed? Amazing, huh? It's nothing better. So another retest of 50 cents here for SGBX. The S&P is pushing for highs again. RVYL is also pushing for highs. Super slow though, isn't it? Super slow. Super slow. Uh, hmm. Okay. Sounds good. It does work, doesn't it? Uh, which tier subscription? So I I have to use a more expensive version, but you don't have to. Raymond, I would say use the essential, the cheapest one, right? Start with a free trial, 30-day free trial. Unless you wanted to do a free trial on a more expensive one, that's fine. Uh, but you don't need stuff that's expensive. Snipe says, I just wanted to say I am enjoying the stream channel. Even though I'm only taking one trade from here, I've been learning a lot from this channel. Beautiful Snipes. Thank you very much for the feedback, and let us know if you have any questions. Love that. Love it. Love it. AIMD is fighting again. This thing doesn't look like it's dead yet, does it? Yeah. Who puts the red zones? They show up on their own magic. That's all Rob work. Magic. Can you tell my wife that? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The last person I'm gonna tell is your wife, Dan. Yeah. So you can tell her on your own. Uh, uh, here we go. She's the only person I'm scared of. Yeah, I'm scared of your wife too. So she won't buy anything expensive any longer because no money's left. There we go. Damn, Spy's cooking there. Cooking. Tony? Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, the S&P looks nice. Good. It's nice to see the markets cooking. Come on, AIMD, just break out already. I'm saving us monies. Those videos are funny. Girl math. I think some of them are just kidding though, but they're still funny videos. The S&P just broke above 630, 632. Cooking. Look at these candles. My goodness. You would have thought like with the way that we scam back down, we were gonna crash. Nope. Nope. Just a scam for the shorts. Three things that changed how I trade, cut losses fast. Number one, spikes. Number one, right? Scale out on the way up, suppress my greed, focus on what gives me, not what I want. Love, this is amazing, right? So I'm gonna take a screenshot of that and post it in Stock General as well, because the same same rules apply. Anything market related, same rules, right? And we keep showing you guys this screenshot, this blue screenshot here, right? There's a reason for it, right? The whole secret to winning big in the market is not to be right all the time, but to lose the least amount possible when you're wrong. There's a reason for that, right? It's because we know we're not magicians. We're not always going to be right, but when we make that mistake, we're like, you know what? I messed up. Let me take a small loss, right? The wins should be bigger than the losses. If your losses are equally as big as your wins, you're not losing anything, but it's destroying like your mindset. I'm never wrong though. Yeah, because you never sell the position and then it goes to the abyss. Technically, you're not wrong to you sell. Uh, no. No. So this is a separate indicator you have to buy, Raymond. So with the indicate with if you want to buy the indicator, you have to go to Discord. It's called the Bull Bear Algo channel. So the instructions are in there. You can also just use that indicator with the free version of TradingView. So you only have to pay for one thing. Yep, Jericho, absolutely. Don't take emotional trades, and stop loss is your best friend. Yep, Mr. Positives. Yep, yep. Good day, real American. Let's go. Hmm. Okay, so Michelle is in. Peter, you're in for fantasy, right? So Michelle is in. Uh, the league is improving and growing. Will be la la la. CTW. Yeah. Snipe says, I have a question. I used to be a futures trader. Oh, let's go. And this PDT rule is still very, very odd to me. Should I just put up my account to 25K or switch to a cash account? Switch to a cash account, Snipes. Switch to a cash account. If you're kind of new to the trading side, you're good with the futures, right? I would still start with a smaller amount to switch to a cash account. Unlimited trades, right? You just have to play with settled cash. Yeah. uh, you're looking for an entry, Saints? I'll take a look. I will take a look ski. Yeah, cash account is amazing. They're trying to get the margin accounts to a point where you only need $1,000 to get the margin without the PDT. So that's something that's going through the system, I guess. Whoever has to approve that, but maybe that doesn't go through till whenever, right? And then CHSN, you're looking for an entry. China, you're looking for an entry into China. China, this one is up 60% today. 7 cents. 7 cents. Not sure how I feel about this one yet. But it is a good retest of like the high from yesterday and like after hours and pre-market. So if you're looking for an entry, I almost would be looking for closer to like right between 8.30 and 8 cents is what I'd be looking for on this one, Saint. With the stop loss though, please. I thought it was down to 2K. No, not officially, not yet. PDT, not yet, not the margin account. Kobe, why? What were you in? Did something leave you behind? The money you had to cover it? Yes. Yes. Oh, you get a margin call. Yeah. Caroline, we will. I promise. We will next week, right? It's not coming out till the 13th. It seems to have a lot of hype. So if you're interested in the pre-IPO, that's probably the best way to go. But for now, again, it's the 13th, so we're not even close yet. So we will when we get to next week. Alrighty. Matt says, I'm going to be traveling to Asia for a month or so. I'm going to resub September. I just want to say I learned so much in just a month of joining. Let's go, Matt. Enjoy your trip, safe travels, and send us some pictures. Well, maybe if you're, yeah, until your membership expires, send us some pictures in Hangout General, and then we'll see you in September. Matt says, I went from not knowing what resistance and support to making thousands in just 1 month. You just gained a lifetime member. Let's go, Matt. Just leave that subscription open, Matt. Leave that subscription. Don't make me find you. We need those pictures. How can you get Discord? You are a member, right, Anderson, Joseph? You are a member. So if you want to join us in Discord, Anderson, click this link at the bottom of the chat there. Click that link at the bottom of the chat, Anderson, and that link should take you to Discord. Well done, Matt. Yeah, leave that subscription, go on vacation, and come back. Alrighty, Dio. Wins with a bit of a pop there. Love it. Again, this is the beauty of a community, guys. This is the beauty of a community, right? When you have so many people that are willing to help you, you can go from not knowing anything for a month, right? In 1 month, right? That's why Dan always says if you're not a member, try it for a month. If you don't like it, cancel it, right? You're going to waste money in other places. Or you're just going to lose the monies because they're just easy things that you don't know. You don't know what you don't know, and you just lose monies. Sometimes some of you guys get into positions. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Like, you just wasted money for no reason, right? Well, come join us in Discord for a month and test it out. So, congratulations again, Matt, right? Simple things like support and resistance, right? Very rewarding. You can get the pre-IPO on like Robinhood or Webull, Lewis, or BLSH. We cook together. Yeah. IPDN 203, 220, 195 OCO. Beautiful. Have a nice day, Angel. Yeah, that's a nice tight stop loss. Right? I like what you've done. Ready? It just obviously doesn't have the volume to be pushing up the bottom, but it is at support. So I like it. Let's go. Let's go, Jaden. Come on.
Jaden has $1 bill, 1 quarter, and 2 pennies. How much money does he have? Jaden broke.
Let's go, Jaden. Best community out there. Much love all. Thank you very much for the super chat, Jaden. I really appreciate that. Well done. Let's keep cooking, please. See, I need to find a video for everybody. Dan, this is Dan's video. Dan's video is this one, Actually, I don't know if that applies anymore, but yeah, I need to find a video for everybody that sends a super chat. So, yeah. After being and pay for an entire year of membership with just a few trades, absolutely, Dan, right? Some people are paying for those, for a full year of membership on one trade, which is very impressive. Yeah, because you get one share when you request 1,000 shares, Mr. Positive. Let's go. Yep. Can you tell me what we are watching today, American? I just got home from work, so it was a good morning, but it's a little bit slow now. So I think if you're looking for names to watch for now, one second. If you're looking for place to watch for now, right? AIMD is one of them, but we're just kind of going back and forth. So there's not a whole lot happening here. SGBX is playing with 50 cents. So let's see if we can continue to consolidate above 50 cents, and then resistance is closer to 60 cents. Those would be the top two for now, right? And then RVYL looks like we just couldn't break out. LPSN, that thing is just going sideways. Same thing with IPDN. IPDN is at support, right? So those are the four names if you're looking for things to watch. But everything is just kind of going sideways for now. Alrighty, just sidewaysness for now. And then the more names in Discord, right? Take a look at Stock General. Keeps the wife at bay. Not Dan's. Anyways, I was gonna say something, but then Dan's wife is gonna come after me. So yeah, yeah. No, Dan's wife is amazing. So nothing. No other comments. The number one stock you sold at 30 cents. Spy with the supply zone and a bit of a rebound. Sounds good. Sounds good. We need something to break out. We need the boomskis. Damn, SPY recovered all the way back to 632. Sheesh. What stocks do I hold for long term, Kobe? I don't really do the long term stocks. These are the stocks. These are the things I hold long term. Everything else to me is a scalp. So this is my long term portfolio. So every single one of these is what I'm holding. There you go. You can take a screenshot. The reason for that though is because I think the way that like I do stuff is already chaotic enough. I think my life is chaos when it comes to the markets. So we can do the scalping, we can do the futures, we can do all the other chaos. But when it comes to long term stuff, I don't want to worry about it. I already worry about stocks every day. The last thing I want to be worried about is long term accounts. So yeah, the last thing I want to be looking at on a daily basis, at the same time as I'm looking at momentum stocks and other things, is like, oh, what's my long term investment? What's that doing? I don't really care, right? So and also I don't trust some of these stocks. So yeah, so instead of me buying a stock like Tesla, I'd rather buy something that has Tesla, NVIDIA, Palantir, right, Microsoft, Apple, like all of them, so they can all play together. That's just how I, yeah. But it's different for everybody though, right? Mm, mm, mm. Mm, 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 mm. And I've also just lost money in the past because I wasn't paying attention to something, and then it was meant to be a long term play, but then something happened, so then I'm like, don't really want to pay attention to that. Uh, yeah, Webull, yeah, we bought Webull closer to $10, and then we ended up selling it, and We were supposed to get back in, but into next week spikes. Yeah, the reason why people like Misty is because the reason why people like Misty is because of the dividends, right? Yeah, so you can scale in and you can get monthly dividends. Has there been any tariff news today? No, no news. Kodai, again, I keep asking you this question. Are you happy you didn't sell your SPY position when we crashed? Right? This is why you just dollar cost average and you keep adding, right? You don't sell it because look at it now. Right? I know you were scared before, but maybe not scared, but just, questioning. Damn, everything is so weak now. Maybe it's because the large caps are pumping today. ST, straight to the abyss. Oh, like everything is so fishy, 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 fishy. So fishy. Fishy, fishy. My goodness. No, 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 no. I know, right? Blue Wing, I'm trying. Exactly, Kodai. Exactly. It is scary though when it happens, right? Because sometimes you feel like the world is ending, but it's not. And if it is, it's ending. What are you going to do with the money? So, opportunities. Do I have any opinions on the new IPO, Snipes? I will take a look this weekend. Ask me that question again next week. Alrighty. It doesn't IPO till the 13th anyways, so we have so much time, right, to look into that. I think though for now it has hype. So if you're interested in that thing, you just do the pre-IPO, and then we have a lot of time to do research. Tan says, "Hi guys, how do I join the community? If you want to join us in Discord, click the link at the bottom of the chat here from Nightbot, and sign up for the level that says Legend or Goat if you need some one-on-one. Alrighty. So click this link at the bottom of the chat if you're not a member and you want to join us in Discord. Sign up for Legend, alrighty, or Goats, not the sold out. Exactly, Snipes. That's how it works, isn't it? Yeah, that you can tell that thing has hype already, so you're gonna get one share, if any. You lost $1,000 on C-pop. I know. I think we didn't even look at C-pop today, did we? I think we looked at it really quickly, and it looked very scammy. Again, these are some of the things, though, guys, that like some of you guys, I don't know what you're doing, right? Again, this is why we say join us in Discord, get the tools, get the education. Because look at this. Watch. As soon as I pull up this chart, you're going to see it, right? You're just going to see the resistance. Look at this. CPOP lost $1,000. Guess what? Look at that. Look at that, right? You could see the supplies on there. It's right there, right? And or no stop loss, straight to the abyss, right? And now it's trying to come back, right? So you still in that position, Yi Hon Lee, Lee Hon Lee? You still in your position? But sometimes honestly like the levels are quite clear. You either FOMOed and didn't set a stop loss, or you tried to catch a knife, right? Don't catch a knife. Like again, we talk about this every day. Like if you're gonna buy something, what do we say, guys? Somebody help me out. You sold it. What did you buy at? What did you buy the stock at? Let's look at your entry price. Maybe we can help you out for next time, right? What did you get in at? 179. You got in at 179. Of course, guys. Right? So this is what I mean, right? Not being you just lost $1,000 for no reason. No way on earth you should be in that position. Look, this is resistance 180. We talked about this, right? Resistance, red zone. You got in right here. Right there, right? Right there, and then they slapped it. But again, it's not like this was a surprise though. This is resistance. Like look at that red zone. This was the same level that it got to July 31st, CPOP, crash. So you basically just bought it at the same resistance. So yeah. And then you didn't put a stop loss till you lost 1,000, right? So protect your money. Put a stop loss, please. Alrighty? So come join us in Discord, learn some things and stop losing that money. The S&P is just flying here. Just flying. Also manage the FOMO. Exactly. That was FOMO at its finest. That was extreme FOMO. It's like, oh, it's pumping. Let's jump in at the very top. And then people always say, like, oh, every time I buy a stock, it goes down. Every time I sell, it goes up. Right? So you bought it at the top, it went down. You sold at the bottom, it's going up. Right? But that has nothing to do with the stock. Nothing to do with the stock. I know, right? Spikes, yeah. That's okay though. You made a really nice daily goal, so that is okay. I know you have no regrets, but no regrets. Mm. Okay. When he sells, yeah. But you live and you learn, right? Hopefully you learn some lessons from that, though. Please, you know. And then next time, just look at the chart before you jump into a position. Alrighty. Grunt, yeah. Apple has been doing that for the last few days now. Yeah, spikes. Everybody's loving your screenshot from Stock General, by the way. Right? And again, it's that's just it. Like people don't understand that, but like you just have to manage the positions. You're not going to be right. Just manage the positions. Take gains on the way up, right? There goes CPOP going for 160. What is that? uh, Perfect. Yep, it's gone. Yeah, they slapped it, right? Too much resistance. There's only so much BS people can take, right? There's only so much BS here that people can take when a stock is not breaking out. Like it keeps failing at resistance. Eventually, it's gonna break one way, and as soon as it breaks, usually there's panic in that direction, right? Like if this thing broke the top, people would have been FOMOing into this. But if it breaks the bottom, everybody's like, no, 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 panic, right? Slapped. So importance of having stop losses because that thing went to the abyss. Is SPY still pumping there? Yeah, it is. Wow. Crazy, huh? Everything just looks suspicious now. Everything just looks suspicious. Yeah, let's stream for like another 20 minutes or so and then see where we're at, and then we can go back in Discord. CPOP is actually looking good though. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you sell and then it goes boom skis. Yep, yep, yep. No. So the indicator is for members only. So when you become a member, you get the chance to buy the indicator if you want it, and it's very cheap. Alrighty. So, and it's gonna be such a game changer for you. So, you don't get it for free. When you become a member, then you can buy it in Discord. So sign up for the legend level and then go to the Bull Bay Algo channel in Discord. The instructions are in there. Should you join? You just lost $1,000 on a position that like you shouldn't have lost a position. $1,000. That's not a lot of. That's not a little bit of money. Right? That's well over a year of membership. Well over. You're about to pay for 2 years of membership, right? So, well, record highs and lows in 1 month. Why do you say that? So the legend level is the membership level to join us in Discord. Look at CPOP go. Look at that. From the bottom all the way back to the top. CPOP. Also, another thing about joining Discord is so let me scroll back in Discord, right? Hmm. It's actually really interesting. So obviously now you're getting to that supply zone again. Yeah, CPOP is popping them. Welcome to your new home. No more $1,000 losses. No hesitation needed. Yeah. No more $1,000 losses, okay? Today is the end. Today is the day that your life changes. Alrighty. So this is your invite, Yi. So Yi Lee. I'm gonna call you Lee because that's easier. The week has been horrible. Okay. Yeah, so click this link at the bottom of the chat. That link is going to take you to Discord. Follow the steps in the Getting Started channel. So when you get there, it's going to say you don't have access to anything, but you just have to follow the steps. Once you do, spend some time in the New Trader Education channel. Watch the introduction video in the Getting Started, please. And then ask questions in Stock General. Alrighty. So all those alerts are going to go in Stock General. So welcome to the community. So we're going up together. Together. This is gonna be your video, Spikes. Whenever you send me a super chat, this is gonna be the video.
Scientists in Trinidad and Tobago believe they can build.
Wait. Let's restart that.
Scientists in Trinidad and Tobago believe they can build a rocket to go to the sun. Scientists in the United States said it is impossible that a rocket cannot go to the sun, it will be melted. The scientists of Trinidad and Tobago said they are not going in the day, they are going in the night.
Let's go. We are not going in the day. We are going in the nights, guys. Come on now. Let's go to the sun, to the moon at night. Lisa, we go at night. Come on now. Don't let anybody tell you that you can accomplish something. Just tell them you go at night. We go at night. Rubbish. LPSN. Yeah, it's done a good job holding 116 all day today. All day, 116. Hold, hold, hold. LPSN. IPDN is going to be frustrating because that thing just reclaimed $2 after breaking below $2. Mm. And CPOP, clearly you can see the resistance, right? So at least Lee, you're not making that same mistake again, right? We got to the same resistance and it's going back down, but it's not like, oh my goodness, it's surprising. No, it's the same spot it's been failing at for weeks now, right? So look at that thing get slapped. Look at it drop, guys, like a rock. Look at it drop, right? So Lee, are you happy now? Now you're in the right place, right? You don't buy at resistance. Look at that thing get slapped. Damn. So this is why you look at the chart and you don't hold bags, you know. Yep, beauty of the algo and setting a nice stop loss. Absolutely, Sean. Absolutely. When we go boom skis on something, nothing's really going boom skis except for SPY. If we go to the sun at night, we won't be able to see. No, don't worry, Lord. Don't worry. We will take flashlights. We will bring the light at night. You know? You're done for the day. You have a cash account. Okay, that's okay. This is perfect for you, Lee. Perfect. So connect your Discord and spend time exploring Discord. Right? Go through all the channels. Ask questions in stock general. Take advantage of the fact that you're done. Let's go, Winterfell. A true criminal. A 200 EMA test and pop. Yeah. Let's go, Chester. I like it. Pumping America is going to invest 100 billion in Apple instead of the other way around. I think people are just happy that this is almost like when when like the EU makes a deal with the states, when China makes a deal with when Japan makes a deal, right? It's not that the tariff deals are amazing or they're like they're life changing to anybody. The market is just happy that we're taking away all the instability, right? That's it. Like we're getting rid of the tariffs. Now Apple doesn't have to fight with Trump anymore, right? And also, like Apple is worth like 100 billion is not a whole lot of money to Apple, right? Like 100 billion, it's not happening right away, and it's not a whole lot of monies to Apple. So it's not like yeah. So to most people, that's a good thing. Invest in the states. They're still gonna make a whole bunch of iPhones in India, a whole bunch, and China, right? Maybe they're gonna use the U.S. as like R&D or something. Um, yeah. Yeah, exactly, Sammy. Exactly. 100 billion is nothing to Apple. Like what's Apple's market cap again? Something trillion, right? Yeah. 3.2 trillion dollars, right? Like $100 billion is like Sammy said, weekend monies. Weekend monies. So and Yeah. And then they make that every quarter, right? $100 billion. So, yup, yup. No pullbacks, Dan. No pullbacks. Straight boom skis. You're really considering it, Tony? Yeah, give it a try. Give it a try. We should do a raffle on what AI company Apple is going to buy. I think Meta just bought an AI company, right, Sean? For $250 billion or something. 250 million. I don't remember the number, but yeah. Yup. Yup. Crazy. Yeah, that was a good spot there, Winterfell, for CPOP. The 200 EMA, aggressive drop and pop. Oh, that's funny. 14 billion. Oh wow. And isn't there exactly Winterfell, especially when they're dropping aggressively to like a key level, and it's a nasty drop. Yeah, easy gamble. Yep, I like candles like that. And there is a news, right? And the volume is lacking. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Hmm. $1.60. Are you holding a put, Musty? I think you might be. La 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 la. Hmm. Mm. Scam Dipski. I'm just wondering why the market picks as good. Yeah. Yep. Yep. So C-pop is back to testing that supply zone again. Also, if you think about it though, Musty, like Apple is I think this is the biggest reason, right? Apple is the only stock. Look at this. Look at Apple, right? Apple is the only stock that's below the 200 EMA and it isn't at the highs, right? So of course Apple is gonna pump at some point, right? People are gonna look at this and say, wait. Like, so you mean to tell me that Apple was all the way up there and now Apple is all the way down here? But what about Nvidia? What about Microsoft? What's Microsoft at, right? Right? Wait, you mean to tell me that Microsoft is at all-time highs? Look at Microsoft. Look at that. Right? Look at that. You mean to tell me that Nvidia is at all-time highs? Whoa. You mean to tell me that everything recovered from the crash, tariff crash, except for Apple? Whoa. Right? Look at the other Mag 7 stocks, right? You mean to tell me that everything is all the way up there except for Apple? So anytime Apple has anything that's remotely good, like they're gonna pump it, right? Apple is actually like testing resistance here though, 215, 216. So like look at these daily candles, right? Look at those daily candles. Since the beginning of July, this level's been a hard level for Apple. So it's not really gone anywhere. Like Apple has a lot of room to the upside if it wants to start cooking. You join Discord, you're good to go. I don't think you're connected yet, Lee. So maybe you are. I just see that, yeah. So if you're not connected yet, if you can't see all the channels, go to the Getting Started channel and follow the steps in there, and you should be good to go. Back to CPOP. CPOP is back to the highs again. CPOP is just on drugs. That thing is all over the place. That was a good spot when it fell. But it asked me you need a Legend membership. You got access. You got access to all the channels. Okay, perfect. If you want to watch the video and it's saying that you need the Legend membership, click on the link itself. Alrighty. Don't click on the video to watch it in Discord because Discord doesn't know. Anytime you have a problem watching a video, just click on the actual link so it takes you to YouTube because YouTube knows you're a member, right? So, or just watch the video on YouTube. There's under the membership section. Yeah, up and down, Tony. And it's failing again at the same stupid resistance. Like it's just all over the place. What's your Discord name, Lee? What's your Discord name? Does not see the settings. August 5th. Okay. Let me send you a video. No, 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 no. Oh yeah, we still need to do a giveaway, by the way. We still need to do a giveaway. You put it as Lee? Okay. So that means you haven't connected yet, Lee. Oh, there you go. You're good to go now, Lee. Perfect. Yeah, you're good to go now. Perfect. Yeah, so Lee, just take a look around. Watch that last video in the Getting Started channel. It's like an introduction video. So scroll up a little bit from June 12th. Watch that video. Alrighty. Once you watch the video, it's gonna walk you through the channels. Or watch the last video in the new trader education section. All of that information is in there. So take a look at all the channels in Discord, though, please. And then ask questions in Stock General. That's where we're gonna be when we leave the stream. Cool. Yeah. So welcome. Yep. CPOP is just and new highs virus. Yep. Spy said hello. Let's cook now. That was a good breakout. Breakout and gone. Let me show you how that will it show me. If you watch the video, it's going to show you how to get the indicator. If you have questions, ask in Stock General or go to the instructions for the algo will be in the Bull Bear Algo channel in Discord under the education section. Yeah, so watch that video though. It's going to walk you through most of the channels. We've added some new channels there, but yeah, I need to make a new video. We need when's the next market long weekend? Uh, when's the next holiday, guys? 2025. September 1st, that's it? That's so far away. September 1st is the next holiday. Labor Day, yeah. Okay. Yup. That is so far away. There goes C-pop. Yup. C-pop went from a scam to the best stock. Yeah, see, now Lee would have been green on that position, right? Bought the top, sold the bottom, boom skis. Please follow the steps below to prepare. To 193, 194. Yup. Brand new highs of the day. That's crazy, isn't it? Like, look at that. We go from the top to the bottom, all the way back to the brand new highs of the day for C-pop. Shish. Jameson, for sure, yeah. Doesn't care unless you have cookies for him. Yeah, exactly. Bring cookies and then we'll chat. There comes $2, guys. Damn, C-pop. It really is, Elisa. Seriously, that thing just destroyed $2 like it was a piece of cake. Like a piece of cake. And it's still going. 209. That thing's looking for 220. India, is it over? What's your position in SGBX? There goes 214, 218. Damn. There's that 220 resistance line there. $2.20 resistance. Sheesh. Yep, Winterfell took the dipskis. Yeah, that thing is just flying. I mean, there's nothing else cooking right now, so there's really nothing else moving. So C-pop might as well keep popping, you know? Type yes in the chat if you're in C-pop, because I know some of you guys FOMOed into this. Type yes in the chat if you're in this. This really is crazy price action. Like, this is impressive. My goodness. Yes, yes, yes. Sean, you got in? Nice. Nice. Seriously. It hasn't closed really above it though, but looks like it wants to. Jameson? No. Yeah. Mm, you can only make the decisions with the information you have though, Jameson, and then it is what it is, right? Shish. You know what's crazy is that this thing just made new 52-week highs. New 52-week highs. Shish. Speedyville. Send it. There we go. There goes brand new 52-week highs again. Damn. Seven. No, 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 no. Interesting. GNS. June 2024 resistance. Perfect. IPDN is still holding $2, I guess. Pretty silly stock. And then SGBX is testing that 200 EMA, 45 cents. So hopefully it stays above it. AIM, as soon as AIM broke below that, 330, it was garbage. Garbage. Chris, might be a good thing, honestly. Might be a good thing. There we go. Maybe we're just gonna play with 220 for a second here. That's a pretty impressive bounce, actually. Look at that. It looked like it was done, right? Like, look at that. Resistance straight to the abyss. And then said, nope, not yet. And honestly, if you just played the technicals on this one, right, you would have done really well. Just the technicals, Chris. As a gold member, right? Or anybody else, right? Just the technicals. You would have done exceptionally well in this thing. Really, really, really well. Which is beautiful. So that 220 area is going to be interesting. Interesting. Nice chart. Exactly, spikes. Exactly. Especially after that crash. Especially after the crash. Play the chart. Let's go off to the beach. Don't give back your gains, Dan. Have a wonderful day. Don't piss your wife off, please. Otherwise, she's gonna send you back here tomorrow. All day. Enjoy the beach, Dan. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Much love. Much love. Yeah, let's do a few more minutes, guys, and then we'll let's do 4 more minutes. 4 more minutes. Yeah. 4 more minutes, and then we will hop off and go back to Discord. So if you're not a member yet and you want to join us in Discord, click the link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbot. Come join us. Stefan? No. Dan went to the beach house. So then he can so he is going to the beach every day because he's at the beach house. But then he's gonna leave and come back next week. So then he will be going to the beach every day. Yeah. He needed a break from the markets. He was tired of seeing all-time highs. You know what's crazy, Dan? Is Dan's gonna go to the beach, When he comes back, we're gonna be at all-time highs again. Oh, funny markets. Funny, funny, funny. Here goes 220 again for CPOP. I know, right? I know. Angel, I know. Because now look at it, right? 211. And honestly, I think you did that perfectly. Right? You did everything correctly. It just had to hit that stop loss. So yep. Yep. Don't think you did anything wrong there. And it's not a massive loss, so that's that's a good thing. The volume, yeah, 130 million. Yep, still looks weak though. It looked good earlier, now it looks sussy. Super weak. Brand new lows of the day. Actually, no, that's the wrong stock, isn't it? SGBX. Yeah, no, this one is at 855 million. Average volume is 1 million today. 855 million. So if this thing keeps pumping, you might just get to 1 billion today. So yeah, watch that 200 EMA at 45 cents, and then 40 cents. So, and then CPOP is just stuck at 220. Sunny, LAFC. And if you live in LA, some of those games you get to see some of those. Yeah, you get to see some nice players. You know, Olivier Giroud, right? Sunny, even though Giroud is done now, but like you just get to see all of those superstars. Yeah, I think Miami is the same thing too, though, because you get to see Messi and all of those other dudes. Suarez. Hmm. Let's go, Tony. On the bus. Let's go. So really, like other than C-pop, like nothing else is cooking. WFF with a bit of a pop there. WFF. The volume isn't amazing. 250,000 shares. Like that's not a whole lot of volume. Bus for now, Lambo soon. Let's go. Yeah, not a whole lot. Oh yeah, let's do that giveaway, guys. My goodness, yeah. Yeah. Unless we save the giveaway for tomorrow. You're too young for a Lambo? That's a good thing. um, we should have done that earlier. I completely forgot about that. I kept saying it, but then forgot. No. Yeah. Let's save that giveaway. And then let's run it tomorrow. Because most of you guys in the any chance to go into what GV? GV really isn't doing much, is it? No, I think I'd be waiting for closer to $2 or break up 220, Lewis. Yeah. So closer to $2 or break up 220 is what I'd be looking for here. Anyways, let me know if you have any last questions, guys, and then we're gonna hop off and continue in Discord. Alrighty? Yeah, let me know if you have any last questions. And then we shall hop off and continue in Discord. So TNON, RMSG, LPSN, IPDN, AIM, GV. Okay. I think my favorite channel is still the voice channel, the voice scanner. That's still my favorite one. That's the consistent one, right? So everything else is either double or hit and miss. So no. Can I take a look at CYRX? Sure. CYRX. Ahmad, that's your favorite as well. Yeah. Oof. I think when I look at the daily, you're gonna see that resistance. Yeah, look at that. CYRX, $9.50 to $10 is a problem, right? So this goes all the way back to July 2024. So yeah, there's a lot of resistance here, Tony. So this doesn't look like the spot, does it? So maybe wait for Dipsky to the 200 or something, or just wait for a breakout. But yeah, you've been failing at this level since last night, since this morning, right? 920, 930, 940. Like it just keeps failing up there. So too much resistance there. EQ. EQ's kind of in the same boat. Kind of in the same boat. EQ's resistance is all the way from what is that? Oh, August the 4th. So EQ looks really good if you're in a position already because we're pushing, right? But if you're not, then you're kind of sitting at resistance already, 70 cents here. It does look good though. It just needs to break and hold above 70 cents, and then you're looking for 80 cents. The spread is crazy. Like the bid is 66. Yeah, that's a nice pop there. 72. So yeah, watch for those candles to close above 70 cents and consolidate, because then that can easily push to 80 cents. Yeah, this one's easier if you're in a position because it just dipped, consolidated, slow curl, and then into the supply zone. Yeah, the volume definitely came in on that. That's looking very nice. Looking very nice. $77. Yeah, the bid is always like 2-3 cents below the current price. Stuff like that can be dangerous, but the S&P is pushing back for brand new highs of the day. Yup. Brand new highs of the day for SPY. Yup. No resistance today, spikes. And CPOP is just playing games here with between 2 and 220. So if it wants to run again, it needs to close a few candles above 220. And then you're looking for 250. Thoughts on bull? I like bull, especially off the lows. Yeah, I like bull. Yeah, and then DTCK. Yeah, 3x on the new daily goal. Isn't that crazy? 3x on the new goal, right? Crazy. Well done. Yeah, just be careful with EQ. Yeah, the spread isn't amazing. Yeah, Tony. What happened, Shima? So what? What happened? Do I have an earpiece? No, I do not. No, I do not. I do not. No, I do not. I really miss, and if I do, you guys are gonna tell me. So I trust you guys to tell me if I'm missing something. That's a good idea though, an earpiece. But I'm usually looking at so many things that it's very rare that I miss it unless I just want to. But again, if I do miss it though, then you guys are right there, which is amazing. BTAI, you're in at 307. Ooh, nice, good job. Good job. So 320. Yeah, you're green in that position, which is good. You most likely got into this position like this morning, and then it ran all the way up, almost to 380. George, why didn't you sell this thing? Why, George? So for now, if I was in the same stock, I would put a stop loss at 319 already, and then hope that we go back up to the highs. Let's go, Spikes. Are you number one now? Oh, you're number two. You're like 25 points, 25 points behind Dan, like, which is nothing. So you're right there. So close, yeah. Silver medal for you. Silver medal. So yeah, there's still a lot of time to go for the new month and the new giveaway. Yeah. So the closer we get to the end of the month, we'll kind of ask who's leading, to kind of give us a design idea. So yeah, Dan should be getting this one and then I'm sure he's gonna send us a picture, in a few days or something. He gets back from vacation. Let me take a look. RVYL. Stop loss at 28 cents for now. Okay. Yeah, the issue with these names, that don't have a catalyst, but they're just technical moves, is you never know when retail is gonna dump them, and you never know when they're gonna run again. So you got in at 30 cents. It's become resistance. Would you all close even? Hmm. For NAM, sideways channel. Yeah, that's the issue when stuff doesn't have news. Like the chart looks good. It's gonna go at some point. The question is when. When CPOP is like, you don't have to tell me twice. I know the time is now for me. You don't have to tell me. And do the PR for them. Yeah, you do. Breaking news. Slow and steady today, Grant. No, I have not looked at that one. IMAP. Yeah, that's not too bad actually. It is slow and steady. Yeah, it looks good. This is one of those where you have to put it on your watch list. Yeah, that's actually nice, Grant. Super, super slow and steady. That's why the scanners are not going off. Yep, we're thinking of buying Bitcoin. We're thinking of raising $1 billion to buy Bitcoin. Crazy. Alrighty, y'all. We're gonna leave it here for the day and continue in Discord though. So smash a like if you haven't already. Please and thank you. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Be safe. And yeah, SPY is dipping a bit there. Alrighty. So again, have a wonderful rest of the day. Be safe. And if you have any questions, we'll be in Discord. SPY, yeah, no, SPY is like it's dipping from like the same resistance, like right below 633, but it's been the same wall. These are 5-minute candles, so you're technically dealing with a double top there. So it's gonna need to break above that level if it wants to do anything. What's for lunch? Ooh, I don't know. I have like 5 minutes and then I have to go do a one-on-one. So I'll grab some cereal or something, Tony. Thank you, Jugan. Have a wonderful rest of the day. You too, Stefan. Thank you, Shima. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you, Jay. Have a great day, Real American. Tony, have a wonderful day. Spikes, give me another high five. Well done. Do it again tomorrow. Yeah. Later, Brian. Much love, all. Thank you, KB. See you later. Ahmad, see you later. Bye for now, guys. Bye bye. Stella, thank you very much. See you later. I know, right? Eat fast. Yeah. Goodbye, all.